Oh shit. Naruto. Where I get that from? Luffy. Motherfucker can't play with the clock. Doflamingo whooping his ass. Luffy needs all the time he can get. He can't play with the clock on. Put the clock on that motherfucker, and Doflamingo chew his ass up. Chew him right up. Anyway, Doflamingo, he's chewing that whole fucking continent up with the bird cage. Everybody's pressing against this against the factory, or against Bartolomeo's barrier, or they're using hockey. Now, I still don't get why everybody won't just jump inside the fucking factory. I mean, it looks like it's big enough for everybody. Anyway, Viola was fighting Doflamingo, trying to hold him off. And I mean, I'm surprised, and I'm actually excited about the fact that she was able to hold out just for a minute. And she held her ground, and stood her ground, and and still got fucked up. But I mean, she was able to hold them for a minute. Anyway, Rebecca tried to provide some backup, wound up getting controlled, and now Doflamingo's getting ready to make her kill her. So they fucked up on both ends with both hands. Shoot. Anyway, that dude gets on the loudspeaker or whatever and starts talking shit about how Lucy turned out to be Luffy, and even though he's a pirate, he's gonna fuck Doflamingo up, and that's all we're worried about. He said King Riku vouches for him. He said, so he's fine by me. He said if he's all right with King Riku, he's all right with me, basically. And everybody's like, oh, that's Luffy. It's like, okay, all right. They said he did fuck Don Chinjao up, and he did beat Hadudu, the giant dude, and he did do pretty well in the Coliseum. Maybe he can fuck Doflamingo in the ass if he got enough Lord. But Doflamingo really, think about it. This is what Doflamingo's really saying. Okay, maybe you can beat me if you get all the time in the world to heal and shit like that, or to rest and get your shit together. He said, but put the clock on them. Put the show on speed. I chew his ass up. Luffy sitting in the park all day. Luffy sitting on his butt all day playing, getting paid to play. He said, but you put him in the park fishing for dollars, and he breaks. Put the clock on him, and they break down. Shoot. Motherfucker was talking about how Luffy was one of the greatest rookies to ever live. Doflamingo don't give a fuck about that. He said, put the clock on the motherfucker, and I chew his ass up just like the rest of them. Chew him right up. Chewed his ass up. Anyway, he sat there and got to Gats and punctured Gats. Poked him. Poked the motherfucker like it was prison. And they're counting down, the last 10 seconds as if it takes exactly 10 minutes in order for Luffy to get his armament hockey back up and to get a little bit of a beauty sleep and get his strength back up. Sleep is for the weak. Doflamingo don't need that. He don't need it. He's been going this whole time. Luffy hasn't. Matter of fact, Doflamingo fought more times than Luffy. He fought Law 3 times. Fought Sanji, if I'm not mistaken. Then he fought Zoro. And then he fought Luffy like 3 times. Fought this guy, motherfucker. God damn. He don't need no sleep. And he's still going. Anyway, to get to Zero, Rebecca's getting ready to slay Viola. And Luffy comes out and saves ass. Right in the nick of time. Like nicotine. Like right in the nick of time, he comes out and saves ass. And Luffy's like, okay. Luffy. Doflamingo's like, okay, Luffy's back in this. Let's see what the fuck he can do. Now, the only thing I'm wondering is if Luffy's going to sit there and go gear forth, or is he just going to be like, yo, I weakened Doflamingo enough, I should be able to beat him like this as is. To be honest, I don't think he should be able to beat him as is. But if it was gear second or third, maybe that should suffice, because because he did beat, Doflamingo pretty bad while he was in Gear 4. So maybe he doesn't need Gear 4, but I would think he at least need Gear 2 and 3 or something, But anyway, this was a chapter where we knew how it was going to turn out. Luffy wasn't going to appear into the last chapter. Last panel. They holding out. But at least it's over with. Luffy's back. We know we're getting some next week. This chapter is a 2.5. Wasn't exciting at all. Not really. We already knew what was going to happen, though. You know what type of chapters you're going to get here and there. This is one of those passable chapters where it's like, it ain't really about nothing, but you can go ahead and, let it pass, let it slide. We already knew what it was. They already started to count down, but it only took 2 chapters. It's not like it took 20 chapters. Some mangas or animes will take 20, 30 episodes and shit like that to get past his countdown. So Oda did put the clock on us and got past those 2 chapters. Now we're going to finally get into it. Luffy's up. And we get to see what's going to happen next chapter. So that's pretty much it with that. It wasn't really much to talk about. It is what it is. That type of deal. But I'm happy we just got past the countdown and we're going into the real shit in just a second. But anyway, go ahead and leave comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke, and you got the power to change that piece. Ooh, shit. Oops.